What's up, fam? It's your boy Pointed Stick here. Not what the manual says, not what this YouTubers are supposed to say. And talk about how we're going to do a celebration for 100 viewers coming up, or 100 subs. Um, no. Anyways, let me get set up. Pointed Stick here, try to get his shit together. And make sure everything's going good. Make sure I can hear myself so we can get the echo. Yeah, there we go. All right, hear myself talk now. That's always a fun thing. Anyway, so more body cam, always fun times. And be a little goofy. I never, try to figure out a better way of doing this since I went ghetto and I didn't buy a fucking actual webcam. Using the camera for my cell phone to do this, of course, I have to use a laptop to use StreamYard, and then I have YouTube set up on the iPad so I can watch comments and stuff like that. So, kind of a shit show. So, I'm going to be listening to the audio through the computer because, like I said, ghetto, never got a webcam. And I could use the audio through the cell phone, hook up a set of headphones to that. Problem there is now you're going to have, you're not going to be able to hear me because my headphones keep fucking going out. And for some reason, I get this clicking noise when I connect, anything Bluetooth to my phone. So I don't want to get that. That's annoying. It's really annoying. And and then I don't want to talk into the microphone in the computer and use the camera from the cell phone because if I do that, then it's not going to sync right. It never does, and it's going to look like like an old kung fu movie. And I just don't want to go through that. So let's get started. I want to start this whole thing off again. I want to start this from the beginning. This number 3 that I kind of got a little bit through last time, but I want to start off from the beginning because there's actually a lot here, and I actually kind of need to listen to this thing, which is why I brought the headphones out for this one. So let's do it. Let's have fun. If you call it fun. All right, so I don't know if that's what, Newton? Am I getting the feedback here? I don't think so. I don't know if that's no, I'm not. We're good. I don't know if that's fuck. I think that was we were arguing about that last time. I think that's Newton right there, if I remember right. But he's starting off here saying, let me turn the volume down because I can actually hear this. I don't want to get a feedback loop. But he's discussing how he sees the camera, right? At this point, this dude just saw the camera. And he doesn't know what it is. He's saying it's a device on top of the cart. And, homeboy Bitsko here is saying that's not the target door. And so they're kind of arguing a little bit about that. That's what I'm getting so far. And I think I'm going to probably have to pause this because last time I noticed that me talking over things kind of was problematic, missing things. And, this is actually a very heavy duty scene here. Love the profile view here. All right. Well, I can't hear what exactly they're saying, but he's saying something about shooting. I wonder if there's a shooter somewhere else or something. But I couldn't hear the rest of the conversation. Boy's sweating. I now I couldn't hear the entirety of that conversation, but he's basically saying he's going to place a charge on the door and see if he gets any kind of reaction from inside that room. Uh, Wish I could get the whole conversation, but I don't want to blow my ears out trying to listen for it right now. All right, so I can't catch that entire conversation here, but he did say the name Paddock. So at this point, they knew who was supposed to be in the room. Okay, it's just a bird. I'm just making sure it's not doing a feedback. I didn't catch any of that.
You let them know they're coming out.
All right, so again, I think he's. It looks like he's taping the door shut, or taping the door open. That way, in case I guess they have to make a quick fucking run, the guys start shooting at him or something crazy happens, goes south. Um, they end up running right out of that door. So, I guess that's why he's doing what he's doing there. But it's a pretty strong tape. A little bit of that gorilla tape.
Let them know. Yes. Go ahead and do it on the radio in case anyone else hears it. Just leave it. It's fine.
All right, so I don't know why this guy's being quiet at this point, because about to make a lot of noise. But get a view of the light there, I guess he just twisted a little bit. So yeah, he did it right. So I'm kind of pausing, going back and forth. Uh, the birds are annoying. All right, so for all those naysayers saying the window wasn't broken, there's your proof. You hear the wind whipping by this camera pretty much the rest of the video here until we get I'll break it up a little bit. But until we get inside of that, what the hell? Am I losing connection? All right, there we go. So until we get into the room where I'm guessing pressure kind of equalizes in that room, has been equalizing because the window's been broken. But that's what you're seeing at this point. That's what I see at this point. Their little strategy there was a little strange as far as I believe Levi was telling people, if something goes south, start running down the hallway or, retreat down the hallway, some bullshit like that. I don't know. I'm guessing so they're not all trying to squeeze into this one single door. But that's what we got there so far as the breach goes and all that sort of nonsense.
The door, Levi. At the door. Hey, did you see the 413? 413 on the ground with the light pad to the right.
Okay, so right there, Bitsko sees the gun on the floor there in the hallway. The first gun in the report, I believe. And so he's letting Levi know about it because he can see it from his angle, I guess. Well, Levi should have saw it too. But, there was a little bit of controversy. I believe it was written in, I don't know if it was Bitsko's report, whose report it was, saying that they could see the door or they could see the gun through the holes in the door. Well, I think this is actually probably what they were talking about. Even though that's a little bit of a strange way to say it, as far as seeing it through the hole in the door, I believe what they're actually seeing is this right now. The door is fucking blown the fuck off. And the hole that they just fucking made is where they're seeing that.
With you.
And at this point, in this moment in time, they're completely ignoring that 134, man. And he already knows that there's wires in there. I don't think that's very smart, but nevertheless, that's just what's happening here. And that wind is whipping.
Okay. Check that. Yep. Looks like it might be a camera of some sort. Huh? What did you take?
Multiple cameras. Got a camera on the bottom and on.
Okay.
You got a connection
Hold
to
on,
this.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on, relax.
Now, he didn't say cover it with a plate. He told him to rip it out. But, yeah, he didn't do that.
You got connection in the room behind you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on this door. Okay.
Right. Pull to the right, left. I got door. Door so long. Pull right, hold up, move up. You want. And!
Okay, cover on that. In with you. With you.
We're calling back on the team to watch. Clear. Check under the bed.
Compton.
I'm covering. Watch these closets. Watch your back.
I got the.
You got it? Clear. Watch these closets. I'm gonna breach. it. Breach. Move up.
K9 coming out.
Please coming out.
K9 coming out. K9
Please
coming out.
Clear.
All right, so you see the laptop there? And I said this last time, it looks to me like there's an actual program running on that laptop. Does not look like a desktop screen. Looks like there's some sort of program running on there. To me, that's what I would actually expect, with what's going on here. I would expect for him to have that laptop up and running a fucking program to actually monitor that hallway with the peephole cam. If that peephole cam was operational, which at this point, it's been ripped out of the fucking out of its socket most likely, and it's not operational. But the program still looks like it's still running on that computer system. You can tell these motherfuckers are nervous. They're very nervous, man. This is a pretty high intense moment. Second door is actually open at this point. Somebody opened that door. I'm guessing, I don't know who actually opened that door to start with. Maybe Levi went in there and opened that thing, which, I don't know. But, yeah, it would have been hard with that door swinging to actually get into that room with the second door actually open. Maybe it was free swinging. Who knows? A lot of weird theories out there going on about that. But let's move on.
Give me a SWAT guy. Hey, where you at? Wait. There. Just hold on that. Hey, I need that other charge that's in the stairwell. Yep, gotcha.
Hey,
Second charge.
Second charge in the stairwell.
I checked him. Just watch that. I'm gonna put a breach on that door. Copy that. That's yours. Hold that.
So the camera is still attached to that door. The people, but we don't see the cable looping over like we do in the final report. So at this point, that's not a thing. And you know, in case that comes up later, there was a little bit of discussion about that I've had with people, but there's that.
Watch what you're stepping on. Yep. I don't know what that is, but there's a wire there. Like he put cameras on he put cameras up on the peepholes and all that. That's what these wires are. Hey, that door leads to where we have. That door leads to where we have, just FYI, okay? No, this second door right here, back out in the hallway. I'm just letting them know.
All right, now something comes to mind here as far as this goes. You know, when they're sitting there messing with this door automatically closes on its own. Apparently, it's got a hydraulic on the top, or however those things are function. The how do you think Levi first got in this room? You know, how do you think he charged into that room? That had to be interesting, you know, because either he crawled under the door that's hanging on its hinges, because the other door was would have been locked up, or he went in there, unlocked that door, and you know, walked in, so stuck his hands around that door and opened that thing up. So just something I'm thinking about.
You got room keys for 134, 135.
All right, so at this point, they're saying we got the room key for 134 and 135. I'm guessing that means the cops have the room key for 134 and 135. Maybe they're talking on the radio. I don't know how this conversation is actually going right here, right? Because to me, when I first heard this, I'm thinking they're saying they got the room keys of 134, 135 inside the room. They just found those in the room. That's not the case. And the reason that's not the case is because room keys do not have fucking numbers on them. Guessing for security issues or whatever. But they must be talking and see, these guys are in the room, right? So they would have said this probably most likely before they came in, unless this is the second group that came in from the hallway saying we have the room keys for 134 and 135. That they're talking on the radio and somebody down the hallway just told them, you know, and this would be something we can't hear on the actual video itself. But it's, you know, it's hard to say who has these room keys for 134 or 135 at this point.
Let her know we're doing another breach. Another breach. Another breach. Another breach. Hey, make sure everybody's out of that room. Nobody's against that door right there. Nobody against that door. Okay, clear. Where those shots come from? Was that us?
All right, now you heard two blasts there. When you listen to that with on something a little bit better than, you know, a shitty desktop and, you know, stuff like that. If you listen to that really closely, that first blast, I believe it's the first blast, if I remember right. I listened to it the other day. And it kind of tripped me out because you can actually hear what sounds like a distinction between um, the actual shots. It actually does sound, and I was always, somebody that was talking shit about this, and I always felt that that was kind of bullshit. Just sounded like two breaches, sounded like two explosions. One of those explosions actually does sound like it's possibly automatic gunfire, and it's not the automatic gunfire we're used to hearing. It's not the paddock, slow, droning automatic gunfire. This is three bullets firing all at the same fucking time, basically. But you can actually hear a distinction between the two sounds, and the one does actually sound like it's possibly not just one explosion, but a couple different explosions. To me, it sounded like two, but yeah, it's actually it would be three. Two would be kind of naive, as there was a lot of argument about that, about two bullets being fired, not three. Um, Guns don't do that, man. Guns don't do that. So it's most likely 3-round burst unless this guy squeezed the trigger off on auto mode as opposed to 3-round mode. But yeah, you got to really somebody's going to have to pull that audio out and really go through that with something better than what I'm doing with just your ears. Figure that out, slow it down, stuff like that. Now, that little segment there, man, I've always been kind of wondering about that. That's always been curious to me, like what happened in the 134 when they breached 134. That's always been interesting because I was wondering how that went down. I know there was a report. One of the cops reported that they found a bunch of the guns on the ground when they went into that room. And, in the final report, we see them laying on the bed. In that scene there, it looks like they're laying on the bed. Of course, we don't know what happened from the time this guy rounded that corner. But it looks to me like two people went into that room. It's hard to say for sure, but it looks like unless somebody was in front of Levi, which I kind of doubt, it looks like only two people went in that room. Levi looks like he went to the right and cleared out the bathroom, the hallway, and the other person was covering to the left. That's what it looks like, on this video to me. And if somebody had time to actually pick a bunch of guns up at that point and start putting them on the bed, I kind of doubt it. I think those guns were actually on the bed. And whoever that was, which, I mean, I'll probably get to eventually, whoever statement that was probably thinking of 135 or getting his facts mixed up as far as all this goes.
Kill your weapon light. Kill your weapon light.
This shit's loud. Damn.
Yep.
Everybody back out.
Back out. Everybody back out. Coming out. Coming out.
Come out.
Coming out. Okay. Why? What happened?
Lock that door.
Okay, we got one suspect down, 419 inside. Just this is clear. This is clear.
Okay. What was the shots fired in here?
Well, they did an explosive bullet breach. It was Levi? Okay, it was Levi.
Everyone's good?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, it's Donald. Okay. Okay.
Just be careful, you're stepping on the line. You're going to be stepping on the line.
Okay.
Well, now it's crime scene.
So these guys did care a little bit about preserving evidence, stuff like that. You know, they're just telling them to watch for the wires, stop stepping on the wires and shit like that. Watch out where he steps. And at this point, they know those cameras, I would think. So there's that. You know, he asked who did the shots. He didn't. Even this guy sounds like he didn't even hear the actual shots itself. That or he's covering for his partner. I don't know. Whatever. But, you know, he's blaming Levi. And then somebody else came out and said that was O'Donnell. Said, oh, okay, that was O'Donnell.
Yes, and this appears to be cameras. Probably from what he did the thing.
Listen up, guys. As soon as we finish clearing all these doors from this hallway, recheck them. They've locked this hallway down. 2 patrol guys right here for me, okay? Start clearing back that direction so we meet up in that center rotunda area. This room right here goes to this suite. Do we have master keys? We're clearing it right now. That's cleared, right? We're clearing it right now. This key is going to be cleared. So leave 2 here on this door. Leave 2 here on this door. Start rechecks all the way back down.
I'm actually curious who this guy is, so I can find his report. Because honestly, I'm not even sure. But he seems like he's in charge.
Hey, do you guys have a master for this door? Do you guys have a master key? Every room has been cleared. We gotta recheck it. Every room we're gonna recheck. Every room. No, that's the last one. Security one. Who's going? Okay.
I'm not sure I heard that right, but it sounds like he said, make sure nobody comes in here. I don't want anyone seeing this. Probably conspiracy nuts out there. I think that's what I heard. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard.
Back in the suite. Back here. Fire. These rooms are clear. The wing is down.
Shots were fired during the breach, and the suspect is down.
Down inside. Process self-inflicted. If you could relay that to Ricky or have your SWAT one.
You're covered. You're not coming from
Whole hallway is clear. Rechecks. Okay. Yep. Look for down persons. All right, here. Start. Coming out. Silver. Make sure everybody stays out. All right? Yeah. Hey, listen, guys. This is done. If you need to go elsewhere and help out, let's do it. Okay? All right.
Hey, Levi, are these your gloves on the ground? Just so we know.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Those are Levi. We'll make sure. Okay.
Now, I know it's no big deal, but why did Levi put his gloves on the ground? Maybe when he was putting the breach up, he realized gloves were becoming a problem. But as he's breaching, maybe he couldn't get the pins on the door unlocked with the gloves on. I don't know. That's strange.
Make sure nobody goes in either of these rooms or touches any of the security gonna stay here. They're gonna keep people on the stairwell. Okay. Just remember that there's no one. Alright,
Okay.
you're gonna stay here, Travis? Okay, listen, Travis is gonna stay here, go with them. We're gonna go with that team down there. She's with me. She's with me. Okay, what are you guys doing down here? We're Travis has it, you guys go with the team down here. The wings of this door is has been cleared. The other wings of this door still need.
I see the ice chest. See that ice chest? That's interesting. That's an issue to me, man. You got something in that ice chest. Something is definitely in that ice chest. You can see a shadow of it right there. And considering how light those ice chests are, and how that lid of that ice chest blew halfway across that room, there's something in that ice chest. The hell's in that ice chest? You kind of see the base right there, but not really good. I'm not sure about the baby monitor. Can't really see it in the washed out light, but I don't know. Maybe it is there.
Kevin, this room is contained. We don't need anybody else up here.
Well, a little bit better view of a ice chest. The vase flowers. Still not sure if I can see the baby camera.
We've got probably at least 10 high-powered weapons in this room. Meg, Sarge, what do you got going there?
Hey guys, I'm going for him right now.
Kevin, you copy?
It up. Got it?
It's fine. Just let it shut.
So is that the ANRAN monitor? Huh. Yeah.
Are there any more officers in there?
We have this contained. There's no need for anybody else up here. If there's other situations going on, then let's address those. We're code 4 here. We've got patrol units that are clearing down the
Hey,
rest.
Jair, I can't tell what direction this room is. Let me get to a window and see.
Hey.
What do you need, Levi?
All right, so there's the we have curtains open on a window that is not broken. Right before this guy says, God, am I lagging? But it looks like this guy says, I can't tell what direction this room is facing. So let me get to a window to figure out where we're at. Okay, that is the back of the ANRAN monitor. That's why I was confused there, because I seem to remember the ANRAN facing the other direction. But that's the back of the monitor. We get a little view of the gun placement. Can't see the gun over his leg. From here, can't see that.
We do not have a broken window.
All right. This shit. We do not have a broken window, but there's plenty of room here. I believe the other guy's telling him. And there's another room or something of that nature. So I don't know why the guy actually made that statement at this time.
Right where that curtain is, right by the door.
Yeah, and the guy comes up and says right where that curtain is at. Which I think would have been obvious, considering that curtain was blowing inward, and the one he's looking out. I guess he's probably just thinking, if I was going to do something like this, that's where I would be mounted up. Okay, so this guy's leaning out a little bit. He's about a foot away from the edge there. He's standing in broken glass at this point. You know, on this body camera, I don't think you're going to hear him crunching on the glass. But you look at his positioning. Now, at head level, he's looking at a piece of glass. He's bending over because, from my understanding, that window is broken out. It looks like to me about 3.5 feet high, right? This guy's probably a 6-foot monster that's looking out that window. He looks pretty fucking tall to me when he's standing up. But then again, most of these people do. So, you know, this guy's looking out this window. Now, this is a point of contention for a lot of people. But you look at the way his body is leaned over at this point. That's what I would expect from what that window looked like. The window was only half broken. You're not as worried about falling out of that window when you're sitting there face to face with a piece of intact window. And, you know, you're looking down at the venue because, you know, that's the sight line. You know, that venue was almost straight down. I mean, it's, you know, there's just a street between this building and that venue, really. There's a little bit of parking lot there, or a little drive-through, right? You know, drive area you could drive through to get to the valet, I believe. But other than that, there's not a lot of room between this building and that concert and your however many floors up, 32 floors up. The he's going to have to look down. That's going to be a downward, you know, angle. So this guy is, you know, at this point, I'd say he's about, I don't know how big those pillars are really, but they look pretty sizable. So he's probably a foot away from that window, and he's face to face right now with the intact part of the window, and he's looking out and down through the broken part of the window down at the venue. And the way he's leaning right there, man, I mean, that's not an intact window. This guy's not walking up and flattening himself up on that window, you know. That's not what he's doing, you know. This guy's definitely bent over. You look at the stance he's in, 1 foot in front of the other to steady himself. Got a little bit of a boxer stance going on right there to, you know, keep himself stable. So, you know, that's about what I would actually expect, to be honest with you.
Go ahead, Todd. Copy that.
Already done, it's right here.
Is it? Okay. They had security.
What did that guy just grab off the table there? What was that?
Down at the elevator banks as well. Got it?
Copy that. I'm going to send you a phone. I'm going to do that over there right now. I've got his wallet.
Okay, that was the wallet. That's what he just said. We got his wallet. So he's now, at this point, flipping through this guy's wallet. So at the time of the breach, it looks like all his ID and all that bullshit was not actually out on the counter. It got taken out, put on the counter at this point.
Let me contact the hotel and get the elevators.
Security's right here. They're right outside the door, Corey.
Okay. I'd say that's pretty close. Affirmative, that's the wall we have here, and photo does match pretty close to the suspect.
We got a wallet here, and the ID matches pretty close to the suspect. There's that.
Anybody else?
That's correct, that's the info we got in the wallet, and we got the driver's license.
And see, there's that laptop. So what does that look like that's on that laptop to you? Does that looks like possibly a little button on the right-hand side? I don't know. To me, that looks like a program to take pictures or video. Looks like what you'd see on your iPhone when you go into the camera settings. And I think in the background there, that's supposed to be a fire extinguisher, if I remember right. I mean, that's what I always thought it was. So whether I'm wrong or right about that, I don't fucking know.
Are we hearing any more 434s or suspect in Mandalay? Shall we put on New York and possibly Aria? New York was confirmed as no, and then there was anyone at sea.
So who's calling him in? Because this guy's been 419 for a minute. This guy's been 419 for a minute in here. So who's calling these in, I wonder?
No, you know it's like this.
Did he just say no? We found him like this. I think that's what he said. And yeah, there's your 419 for a minute.
Yeah, he has an intricate camera system set up.
And by intricate camera setup, he means he taped with Scotch tape a camera to a people. That's intricate, I guess.
Out to this, so he knew when officers were coming down the hallway.
There's the wire that was connected to this, and his computer is watching it on right there.
The wires go to this. This computer is where he was watching right here. At least that's what I heard.
Downstairs. As far as citizens, the lost lot. That's what it sounded like at the beginning. I got here with Dave and grabbed 2 patrol guys and cleared up to this floor. Ran into Levi when we dealt with it.
Casinos are all cleared and everything like that.
I mean,
So is that Corey? Because they keep yelling at Corey, and they keep asking Corey questions. And yeah, I wonder if that's Corey.
patrol cleared. That's really good. Patrol cleared. At least one officer shot, I heard already. Conditions, you know? Just so I could hear what I was going.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything explosive related, right?
I haven't seen anything.
Over there.
Go ahead.
What?
There's some bags of wires going into them, plugged in.
Yes, they are working on the elevators.
I don't know what this venting system is. I don't know if he was expecting like gas or something.
Maybe. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking gas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. damn, dude, you got some facts going on. So yeah, they're talking about the blue hose, the venting system. That's a nice way to put it. Called some good MacGyver piece of shit, but whatever. And then they just this other guy just let him know about the bags with the vibrators in them. Not sure who that guy is, but apparently he was over there on the hallway side before they started kicking people out.
Are they still trying to come up to our floor?
No, they're talking. They're doing
Hey,
New
you
York,
guys
New York.
see anything in here indicating two guys?
Do New York, New York, right? So there's something going on in New York, New York.
I see a guy switching guns, not reloading. Switching guns, we're not
I
reloading.
got one wallet.
Is there a note? Did he write something on that? There's that, and then there's a briefcase with a folder in here that I saw on the bed. I mean, we might want to pop that open just to see, or no? I don't know if you guys want to tell or not.
You can. What's our chance of someone getting a dog?
So I know that's no big deal. The briefcase with folders in it, and him saying that we might want to pop that open, and everyone said no. These guys are nervous. These guys are afraid. They don't know what the hell is in that room.
I can get a 445 dog, but at this point, I'm not seeing anything 445 related. If we think that, if we have something, we can.
The other room over there, they should have bags somewhere.
Let me go take a look at it.
Also, I found a
What's your
player's card with another name on it from and the casino sitting out on the counter. So I didn't really give you that name.
Guns are on the bed, at least in this scene.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say run a dog. I'm going to say armor. Get armor up here and X-ray it because that's weird enough that a dog doesn't alert us until not opening it. Okay.
Corey?
Okay.
Are you in touch with CP?
They hear a lot of shots fired here and there, whatever. I'm sure we'll hear that later on other stuff.
I'm really thinking this is just a one guy thing. Switching guns.
So, but what about all the other calls? Is that just people panicking, people freaking out, or?
Now, right here, they seem to think that all the calls are actually just people panicking. They think this is a one-person event. So that's interesting. I don't know why they would come to that conclusion. I don't think I would have at this point.
Fucking switch radio to 18.
We need to get Mr. Pete over to his address.
Okay. Get the CP on that. I'm not going to get on the channel.
I'm not entirely convinced that they're all bogus calls, to be honest with you. I think it's very possible that people may have taken advantage of this event. If you watch what's going on in Vegas these days, there's a lot of violence. There's a lot of gangs. There's been a lot of shootings. And they seem to be pretty fucking random. So do I think somebody wouldn't have capitalized on this event as far as running down the strip, seeing a bunch of people running, saying, run, white boy, run, and shoot a gun into the air? I don't think that's outside of the realm of possibility. I don't know. We don't have a lot of information for something like that, but we do have people saying they heard gunshots at other parts of Vegas. They were there. I wasn't. I don't know what they experienced. So it's very hard for me to discount that without any proof to the contrary. But then again, without any proof to substantiate what they're saying, it's also hard to prove it.
The Levi, do you have any scoped weapons over there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Scoped weapons.
Because he was blasting out of the window. Trigicon. He was blasting out. I just wanted to buy a scope and a iPad.
So they keep saying he was watching out the window. And that's something I've always said. You know, I have a feeling, you know, nothing happens for no reason usually. It's very rare that things happen randomly. And people do people do stupid shit. But generally something like this, you have windows open we have curtains open on a window that's not broken. Why were those curtains open in the manner that they were? Because they're pulled back over the couch. All right, so they're pulled back over the couch, right? Why would those have been like that? I'm guessing son of a bitch was probably looking out that window, looking down at the venue at some point. Because it's hard to, you know, fathom that this dude would have randomly just started shooting down at this event without ever actually kind of scoping out the event and taking a look at the event, which may be why you have that spotter scope up in there. I don't know how that would have fit on the couch. That would have been kind of weird, but nevertheless, that's, it's interesting to hear them say that.
Probably, there's a whole suitcase full of loaded AK mags. I didn't turn my goddamn camera on.
Mine was on. It got everything you did.
I counted 13 long guns.
Oh, yeah, there's a scope on here.
There's one right over here by the window that he was setting up with.
Information on a potential lead, possibly related with the suspect. There was a player's card that was out on the countertop next to the wallet. The suspect that's 43 right now. It is a M-like platinum player's card under the name of Mary Lou Danley.
Okay, so Mary Lou's card was out next to his wallet. It wasn't even in the wallet.
Mary, Adam, Robert, Ida, Victor, Ocean, last name is Danley, David, Adam, Moore, Benjamin, Yellow.
Huh. No.
Where did you see? I saw she got checks in this room. Okay.
Fuck you too. Fuck CNET.
I'm just looking for 445 type stuff right now, trying to see if there's.
Control Zebra 20.
He just went by the dresser. I don't think we have any pictures of that dresser.
Looks like that name I gave you shares an address with the suspect. We can give you that address if we need to send units there.
So it looks like she shares an address with the suspect. Where's that information coming from? Did they call over the radio? Did they already look it up and let him know? And then he's looking at something else that has his address on it. I don't know.
1372. It's 1372 Babbling Brook Court in Mesquite, Nevada. Babbling.
That answered my question. No, that's not what happened because now he's reading off the address.
Brook Court.
All right, so that's an issue. It's another issue. Fuck me. How do you know she shared the address? Because an MLife card is not going to say the address of her, of anybody, right? It's like a credit card. It ain't going to say nothing. It's just going to have numbers and a fucking name. And he didn't say he found her driver's license. He said he found her M-Life rewards card. How do you know where she lived? How do you know where Paddock lived? Because now he's reading it off. You know, now he's saying where Paddock lives. Unless he's relaying this information to somebody else. He was told this information by somebody else. Says, oh, okay, they both live in the same place. Now he's over here saying, okay, somebody else wants to know where this place is, and now he's reading off the address. I don't know. That's, you know, just thinking out loud. Sorry for the dogs. Yeah, they're excited. So I just looking here at the room a little bit. The guns in the tub. Yeah, those look legit. The clip on the tub, that looks legit. This guy's fucking with shit over there on the counter. I think that might be the ANRAN monitor. Not sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be the same as his driver's.
And again, the computer. Later, that computer has this yellow object looking like it's on it. I'm gonna have to go back and look at some of those pictures to check it out. It seems to me that's what's going on with that thing.
License address. Hey, do you see any reason we need to be in here at this point?
Nope, I say we back out. We need to get armor for those bags over there. That there's fish enough. Oh, you open it? What's inside with the wires going?
A vibrator.
Huh?
A vibrator.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. And the other one is just a power cord.
Okay.
One vibrator. I was always under the assumption it was two. I guess this is kind of why I watch these things again. See how many vibrators Stephen Paddock had in his room. That's exciting. But the other one he said is just a power cord. I guess lead to nothing. I don't know. Maybe the vibrator is in the bag because I think there were two vibrators on the report. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. Just one vibrator is enough to, just make your head speculate.
Okay.
And the door's been taken down already, right? He just walked through the door that they blasted open. The door was hanging up to a certain point, and at this point, it's not there anymore.
Which one fucking 19? Which was the automatic? Did you have a belt pack sucker in there?
Oh my God, I didn't hear that. We got one on the floor that is shot. Did they say he was shot in place? Oh, fuck. Let me see if I can rewind this enough to not have to watch the whole damn thing again. A little more.
Okay. 19. Which was the automatic? Did you have a belt pack sucker in there?
No. You know the status of the other two wings?
No, so we came to see what else
If you could, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just keep teams going.
Yeah,
The wings on this floor. Yeah. We got our guys already clearing below, working their way up. Yeah, if you could just work those two wings, that'd be awesome. Got it. Yep.
Was that you that we went on 29? That was a communication part on my bad. You know what's gonna happen.
That's awesome.
Dude, it was just forever to clear those two floors.
I know.
Forward, back, and back.
Where's the water?
Okay, if there's any open rooms, it's right in the mini bar.
Yeah, just use the things. They have a glass down there. Everything's wired. That door attaches.
Yeah. We could see this shit where we stopped our car. We come flying in, but they're telling us it was in the venue. Yeah, I flipped it over when we moved forward. There's another one facing down, but that one was facing the door itself.
I flipped it over when we moved forward. And he said the other one was facing the door itself.
All right, are you guys gonna keep clear this way?
Pardon?
I'm going to go back on that.
Yeah, I flipped it over when we moved forward. There's another one facing down, but that one was facing the door itself.
All right, are you guys gonna keep clear this way?
Pardon?
There's another one facing down. Chance sorry means down the hallway. The other one was facing the door itself. Not too sure what that means. Not too sure what that means. Does that mean that the blast from the breach moved that top camera, faced it a different direction, pushed it to where it's now facing the door of 134? Is that where this thing was facing when they came up here? I don't know. The report shows it, I believe, facing down the hallway. So a lot of things were moved in that report, though.
Worst players, that's always
The rest of the other two, yeah.
Sarge, we're good. Everybody else has what we need to. Actually, let's leave.
There's your wind noise. The windows are broken.
Give me at least 2 bodies to stay here.
I checked it for a minute if you want. And we'll get some water.
Here's one thing that does kind of bother me. You know, I don't like to shit on cops, especially not these days when everybody else, that seems the common thing to do. And fuck everybody else. But Levi should probably be the front man going everywhere else. Try to figure out what these other calls are, man. Because if any of these calls are legit, you know, he's needed outside of here. But he's just hanging out. And he's dictating who's going to guard this crime scene. I don't know. That's weird.
We'll regroup. We might have more we have to do.
You guys stay here. Nobody else in or out. Let's go. Yes, we got multiple places we gotta go.
They just said a man with a rifle walking into the wall.
And where is my gear bag?
Said a man with a rifle walking into the Bellagio? Is that what we just heard? Let's rewind that.
We gotta go.
They just said a man with a rifle walking into the wall.
And where is my gear bag? Is it down?
So it sounded like a man with a rifle walking into Bellagio.
Here.
They brought it up here.
We have other gear bags down there.
Let's hold until we get down there. We'll regroup.
This one, the green one?
Yeah, my initiator. Did you grab that one? That one? Okay. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
I'll do whatever. Where do you go?
We can hold that. Elevator's working now.
Gregor, you want to stay here?
I'll take the other camera.
We'll ride together. We got the elevators working now.
Oh, let's take the elevator because that's not enough fucking stairs.
Oh.
Anybody check the rooms to make sure they cleared them all?
I'm on the shop. I'm on the room with the
Somebody else
shop
pick up my
fire.
other initiator?
See you up there?
Yeah.
I don't think so. What are you're talking about? Hold on.
My plan, yeah. No, that's fine. I'm not worried. Listen, I'm not.
This right here. I'm killing my body cam right now.
Little bastard. Yeah, his initiator. I'm guessing the initiator is, he said something about a plunger, so that's what he used to do the breach. So there's a lot of interesting thing right there, man. But since you brought it up, about the other hotels and stuff like that, the problem we have there is a lack of evidence, information, stuff like that. Straight up, you can't disprove it, you can't prove it. It's one of those things. We got people saying they heard gunfire at other hotels. We do have the police occasionally saying that they're cleared at the other hotels. We have a report that states that there was no firing at the other hotels. But then we have some goofy shit going on as far as them still looking for Mary Lou Danley after they even cleared this fucking room, looking for cars and stuff like that. We have reports of people being threatened as they're escaping the venue. Got all kinds of shit. Got all kinds of stuff, man. You can't substantiate really most of it. That's kind of an issue. But yeah, as far as shooting at other hotels, I mean, to me, it's completely fucking possible that somebody shot a gun off that night somewhere other than at the Mandalay Bay. Whether they were shooting at people or not shooting at people, who knows? Who knows, right? But a lot of people on 4th of July decide to go out and just fire their guns up in the air randomly. So is it out of the realm of possibility that there weren't shots other places on that strip? I don't think it is. I think it's completely fucking possible. Did it go down the way everyone's saying it went down? I don't. That's hard to say as far as that goes. But to me, it's impossible at this point to rule out that shooting was going on in other places. Was it nefarious? Was it part of this event? Don't know. Can't prove that one way or the other. We got too many stories. We got the Downs. We got the girl at the Hard Rock. We got Gio Rios, stuff like that. We only have very few survivors that are willing to talk to this fucking community because they fucked everything up. And because everything got fucked up. I was part of it too, but because of that, we have very few people that are willing to actually talk to us about their experiences that night. Personally, the people that I've known that were there have never talked about any experiences that involved shooting at other hotels or anywhere else on the strip. So, I did talk to one person, but I met that person through this YouTube thing. And, that was their story. But, and I believe that story's out there. So, but yeah, as far as, a lot of this stuff goes, a lot of these calls that they're getting and stuff like that goes, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Vegas is a big, crazy place, man. It's possible. It was panic. The people are freaking the fuck out. That is what I believe the statement from the fire department turned out to be. And I believe that's one of the later things that LVSA put on his site was the fire department claiming that was what they came up with was in the end, there's a lot of people panicking. Somebody gets shot, gets in a cab, maybe they get shot in a non-lethal fucking area, maybe in the arm, maybe in the foot, whatever. I know actually a guy that was shot in the actual foot and drove his car all the way fucking home, went to an emergency, in California. So, because fuck that, had to get his family out of there. Guy's a fucking trooper. But, if a guy like that runs into a hotel, says, I've been shot in the foot, at that point, you're playing a game of telephone, right? He gets shot in the foot. Somebody standing next to him hears that shit, goes and tells her fucking husband, hey, this guy was just shot. All of a sudden, the husband freaks fuck out, starts telling other people, holy shit, we got to shoot him. We got to shoot her. Somebody's shooting people out here, right? Next thing you know, you have this cascade of fucking bullshit and people fucking making up stories. Because again, game of telephone, that's what people do. They grandize fucking events and shit like that. So that's very, very much possible. But nevertheless, can't discount somebody who actually says they're hearing gunshots in a place where they shouldn't be hearing gunshots, that they're, you know, witnessing what they're witnessing. So that is, that's an issue. And a lot of that we're never going to find the answers to. And a lot of this shit we're never going to find the answers to anyway. You know, I'll be honest with you, at this point, this whole thing is so fucked up. We're 3 years into this shit. We spent a year of it, you know, fighting against, everybody's fighting each other and shit like that. Chances are we're not going to have a lot of fucking answers that we probably should have. And, you know, that's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So I'm going to end this thing. That's pretty much all I wanted to go through. I'll start going through the rest of these guys. This is actually, this next one that is posted up is, I believe, the Bitsko, but it's the entirety of that, 2 hours or whatever that is. And I'm not going to go through that again because I just did. Next one, I forget who, was it Matchko or something like that? I believe is the next video that we're going to be hitting on here. So I'll do that in my next one. And for anybody listening to this, like I said, you know, I've been saying this the last couple nights. I plan on doing a live stream Monday, and realistically, it's not going to be me talking so much. We'll see. The way I am, I talk a lot, so it's possible that I end up doing most of it, but doing most of the talking over people and shit like that. But realistically, it's not my information to be shared out. So, you know, I'm thinking it's not going to be all me this time. In fact, I think it's going to be a lot less me this time. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I think there's some information that is going to get out on that one. And so, like I said, that's it. Everybody stay safe out there. This world is fucked up and crazy.